Have you ever lost a friend? Do you remember the last time you saw them? The last time you spoke? Your last hurrah together. Bokura Remembers. Bokura, an indie game released for PC, Switch, and mobile in 2023 by, and forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, Tokoronyori, is a co-op asymmetrical puzzle platformer that masterfully wields classic 8-bit style graphics, clever puzzles, and difficult moral choices to really make you think, to reflect, and maybe, just maybe, see a bit of your own childhood play out in our protagonist's journey. But as you can probably tell, there's more than one childhood to delve into here, and in order to see this journey to fruition, you're gonna need a partner. Just like with the previous puzzle games I covered, the We Were Here series, Bokura requires 2 players. And we're not talking split screen co-op here either. Both players need to be running a copy of the game, as the puzzles are built around both players seeing different elements of the puzzle. Thus, being able to see both sides would kill all the fun and challenge. It is once again a game that requires communication, cooperation, and understanding. So choose your partner carefully. You and a friend play as a pair of young boys, hailing from very different backgrounds, trapped in a small podunk little town. United solely by their isolation from the world due to the circumstances at home that are, well, sadly beyond their control. And the love of Legally Distinct, not Pokemon. I too am a fan of Digimon. Isn't that right, Suezo? Wanting to escape and maybe cause a little mischief, make their mark on the world, the duo decide to embark on a quest. To blow up a statue at the top of the mountain for the heinous crime of looking dumb. Teach your heart out, Frodo. But life is never so simple, as this journey becomes so much more than they had bargained for. As you and your buddy take the wheels, we find ourselves traversing the forest as we learn the tricks of the trade that we're gonna need in order to survive. And expect to get the hang of things pretty quickly, as the gameplay, just like the graphics, are very simple. You can jump, climb, push objects, pick them up, and throw them. Not much here. Just as how dying is pretty simple. Falling from great heights, getting crushed, sticking your toes in just a little bit of water, and of course, my personal favorite, getting good boyed to death. Oh, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a... But fortunately, we're not dealing with lives or continues here. As soon as you bite it, you're back up on your feet and ready to try again. The game only ends when you beat it or you give up. As, just like with other pixelated masterpieces such as Celeste, the true challenge comes from the puzzles. Talking about this game any further without giving away at least one major spoiler is pretty much impossible. But I don't think it's the kind of spoiler that knowing it subtracts from the game, but instead actually fuels interest in the why of the story. But I totally get it if you don't want to hear it and want to just skip to the end, cause now's the time. So, after we get our bearings in the game, our boys encounter a strange... Oh, what is that?
Boy, Morty, I really Cronenberged the world up, didn't I? We got a whole planet of Cronenbergs walking around down there, Morty.
Resulting in the duo waking up to find that it is a very different world for both of them. One boy has awoken his inner persona, and the other has completely given up his humanity. Though, neither can see the world that the other is stuck in. That's where you, the players, come in. As you control the boys through their new worlds, puzzles that require you to verbally communicate what you are seeing will crop up constantly. Now, I won't really be giving away any puzzle solutions here, but just know that the world is laced with different objects to interact with, stage layouts, and even creatures, or monstrosities, that only appear as such to one player. So getting all this information across to your partner is key, which, come on, shouldn't be too hard, right? These are just 8-bit graphics after all. Well, yes, but as with everything else in Bokura, it's the game's true nature just lurking underneath the surface that leaves the real impression here. Disguised by a simple and charming 8-bit style that lends itself well to swiftly pinpointing problems and solutions, all punctuated by low-key, adventurous, and almost whimsical music, is a deeper, darker, more menacing beast. Prepare to unleash the more horrific, creepier sides of mankind, which it does disturbingly well. Good boy. Made all the more interesting by the divide the different worlds create between the players, seeping into the puzzles and the story as a whole. Just like with the puzzles, I won't be spoiling much here, but a great little example of this is this simple little house right here. The door is open in the robotic world, but not in the furry one, resulting in the duo meeting different characters and experiencing different sides of the story at the same time. And the information you gather leads to a moral choice the characters, or better yet, the players have to make. Meaning that both of you need to explain what you learned to each other and just talk it out. As like with everything in life, your choices have consequences. And can you really rely on just one side of the story? Fortunately though, if you want to experience the other side that you missed firsthand, Bokura sits at roughly 4 to 5 hours to complete, making it a breeze to go back and well, see what you missed. Perhaps change a few characters' fates, and maybe, just maybe, get some answers. Like, whatever happened to that friend you used to play with so long ago?